What's up guys, this video we're going to show you some full-length infield of a Chad cold approaching group of girls. And to make things even more interesting, I'm going to be going in and trying to cockblock them. So we're going to find out what comes on top, the Chad or the cockblock. Alright, so let me give you guys a little bit of context. So I went out and found a Chad in the wild and took him to a bar with me. Now this is the guy from the videos, Dan, that you might have seen from all the Tinder experiments. We decided to go out and see what would be like for Chad to do some cold approach. So we mic'd them up and we're videotaping the whole night. And this is probably going to be one of the more interesting clips from that night. So basically what we decided to do, because we were getting a little bored near then, it's like, okay, well, we're going to give you 3 minutes. If you can't get the girl's number by then, I'm going to go in and try to cockblock. And I think it wound up taking a very, very interesting twist, but you have to watch till the end to find out what exactly happened. So we're going to get into this, show you guys the whole thing from the opener to the cockblock and the close.
Does anybody have some tequila I can steal? Damn it. Alright, I'll trade you.
So just the quick context why he went with that opener is because for some reason he wound up having 2 beers, right? And he was like, oh, I'm not going to drink these. And I said, go approach these girls. And he just said the first thing that comes to his mind, which is actually okay. Again, probably not the opener I would use. Does anyone have any tequila I would steal? But again, just because it's spontaneous, it's going to have better energy than just going in with something very scripted.
Really?
We're leaving.
Is there roofies or something? You want to die later?
I'm not trying to
Now, one thing I would do is never say the word roofie around a group of girls that you just met, because even if you're complete kidding like he is, it's just going to kick up a whole set of like, kind of, things that they don't want to be thinking about. And the girl's going to be like, oh, wait, this new guy, it's sketchy. What if he is roofing me, blah, blah, blah. Again, if you're totally kidding, I would still avoid using that word.
I'm going to finish mine, so I'm not going to give it to you.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not here to steal everybody's shit. I figure every group I'm about.
Now, contrary to popular black people belief, these girls aren't just dripping wet in their panties just because they saw Chad, right? They still seem a little bit apprehensive at first, and that's what's going to happen. Now, of course, being really good looking is going to give you a big advantage, right? But that's not to say that just being good looking alone is enough. You still have to run game. You still have to pull the trigger. You still have to make things happen. And if you're not that good looking, while it is going to be more work, it's still going to be doable.
7, like someone's going to like, I paid for this one though, so I'm a good citizen. It's margarita. Yeah, I love margaritas. Are you guys from University of Miami as well?
Yes, we are.
Everybody is from University.
Okay, so this is good because he was at the point where if he didn't make the conversation relatable soon, kind of, and like drop the whole shtick and just go back to something the girls can understand, like, where they're from, what do they do, blah, 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 the girls would have gotten skeeved out and left. So it's very good that he did this because he probably had another 30 seconds of just like this kind of like the shtick, that he was doing before the girls would have probably dropped the set and walked away, right? So yeah, you can go in strong, you can joke around, but at some point you have to make things relatable and you have to basically show the girl that, hey, I'm actually a normal human being. I'm not just some weirdo who just puts on this act when I go out. I'm just a guy who has a good sense of humor.
Obviously, we have
Because of the game. See, I'm from Colorado. Yeah. My problem is like I just don't follow sports that close anymore. Like always busy, but like I do like the MMA though.
What part of Colorado?
So Boulder, I went to school there, and then I've lived in Denver too.
So no point ever talking about MMA with girls. Very few girls actually watch MMA.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I love Denver. I've been to skiing and Aspen.
Ooh.
Do you ski?
Yeah, I've been to Breckenridge,
Obviously, I'm sure.
Steamboat. I haven't been to Vail. We have an aunt and uncle in Vail. But it's funny because like I grew up skiing. Like I've been skiing since I was 4. And I tell people I've been skiing since I popped out of my mom.
Yeah, literally.
Because that's like Colorado people.
Yeah.
But like now I just like would rather like travel.
Fair.
Because I mean, you can spend a lot skiing, like $500 pass.
Now, one issue I've observed with him is that he has a tendency of being a little bit too logical and talking about himself a little bit too much. Like, again, the girl doesn't really care about like how much you used to ski or what places you've been to, right? That's not that interesting. It would be better to ask her like, hey, do you like to ski, right? Or is that something you do? And then like make a joke out of it, you build on that. So I typically alternate between asking logical questions and jokes and innuendos, and I just go back and forth, like logical statement, emotional spike, logical statement, emotional spike.
Oh, so expensive.
Gas to get up there, drinks, food, fucking the ski resort food that's
It's
unhealthy and
so
overpriced.
much. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. But yeah, if I go skiing again, it's gonna be like in Utah or just somewhere different.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like my cousin, like he's from Colorado, but he went like snowboarding in Japan. You could see like the ocean and everything.
How about Canada?
Or like Whistler.
I went to Montauban this Mantra Blonde. I could be
ski
saying that
resort?
completely wrong. It's like a town.
I blame you. You're saying it all
Yeah,
wrong.
I'm
because I
definitely
don't
saying.
Yeah, so again, like here I would make a joke out, which is like Mantra Blonde. I've actually personally been to Mantra Blonde, but even if I wasn't, I'd be like, oh yeah, that's my favorite spot. If you're like, really? Yeah, I'll go there all the time. The girl's like, really? I'm like, no, I'm just kidding, blah, 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 right? So again, I like to alternate, you know, emotion with logic.
Because it's French, so I don't know what I'm saying.
I have to judge the shit out of you.
No. Mantra Blonde.
Why didn't you want this? People rarely give up a drink.
We're leaving. Yeah, we're just going. We're tired.
What? The game was that exhausting?
Yeah, exhausting. Yeah. Had a long week. Long week.
The problem here is the conversation is stalling out a little bit. It's just like, oh yeah, you know, how's it going? What's up, right? So it's good to be able to kind of, he went in pretty strong, but you gotta be able to keep that intensity going and build on that, right?
You guys are fun though. Like we should all rip shots sometime.
Yeah, we should. Or like, how long you guys here for?
So I've been here since January. I'm gonna be here for a while longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I basically live here. Yeah.
Are you like working here? Or, like,
Kind of. So I work part-time for a charter company, like a jet charter company. Like we fly people to like medium haul like trips, and then I split flight time with other pilots to get flight time faster to get to the.
So this is not accidental. This is a purposeful DHV he was doing, which stands for display of value, because he works as a pilot, or he's working to be a pilot, so he would constantly mention that every interaction, which is definitely something that can be useful, right? It's going to work in your favor, but it's not going to be a massive game changer. So if you're not a pilot, you don't have some cool job, then don't worry about it.
Airline, so it's like an absurd amount of hours they want. So the quickest way is to just fucking go in some more debt and just like get it done.
That's what made you like come to Miami?
Yeah, because I mean, we're getting so screwed over with the weather and
Again, the problem is it's just too logical, right? So he's just very logically explaining, which is the kind of conversation that like you would have with like, I don't know, like your dad or something like that. But I would again, like I said, I'm pilot. She's like, oh, you're probably like, yeah, I got my private jet outside. Do you want to take the Air Force One or the Air Force Two, right? I'll probably make a joke out of it and again, build on that, make things a lot more emotional.
small planes, like you can't just go bust through a snowstorm or some of this other stuff. Like an Airbus or something, like yeah, but small planes, like they don't have like the heated wings, so if you go through clouds and it's closed, like you'll ice up.
Oh, there I go.
You're a pilot?
What
Ah.
the fuck?
My best friend.
Yeah, that's what you call me. We spend a night together, and then you go out talking to these floozies.
The black pillars are watching this like, wait, how do I spend a night together with a chat? Like, is there a number I can text them out, or?
Like
Wow.
Wow, this is.
Wow. So how long have you guys
Why are
been
you
together?
stealing my man?
I don't know.
2 hours.
I mean, like,
We had a quickie in the
When
bathroom.
he's out doing his player ways, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm gonna tell your mom.
I know this is getting weird. I'm gonna take someone's number because you guys are
So inadvertently, I think that me going into cop blocking, this is like the very first time I did that, and I was like kind of playing a little bit more mellow. I actually wound up helping him. I got so carried away with the trolling, I actually think that I wound up winging him more than actually cock blocked him.
Tell your mother.
unless you don't want to. Like there's no, you won't offend me.
He's not getting any tonight. I promise you that.
Better not.
0.
Yeah, because I have to go home with my
I
boy.
also think I'm just too straight and masculine, so the gay guy act just, I can't pull it off, just all this alphaness dripping out of me is just like, I'm not a believable actor when it comes to that.
0 rim
apparently.
drops.
Obviously.
0 hand drops.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
I mean,
What's your name?
Yeah.
Literally
How long
calling
have
me
you guys
like
been
that.
together?
yeah, do me like this. Oh, we've been together forever.
Forever.
I met him in the army.
Right, love it. Had a fun time.
Your last name is gonna be.
Great. I'm sensing that
He
something.
actually did a pretty good job, like under pressure. Like I wasn't sure how he was going to handle that the first time he did it. The second time he did even better.
What's happening over here? I know. I'm sensing. What's the tension? Yeah.
No, I'm just fucking with you. We're not
I
actually
know.
together.
I'm feeling
Save me,
tension.
save me.
I'm feeling.
Another problem is also like feel really bad like cock blocking my friends. So I was just like I couldn't even like keep the act going for too long because I was like fuck. If he likes this girl, I don't want to fuck it up for him.
Tension though.
They're good. I
He's
just want-
asking for help. I don't know what's
I
happening.
wanted to see how he was going to handle that. He did a good job.
They're the ones that tried to like drug me. So that's why when you handed me the beer.
Okay, yeah. You're trying to roofie him. Oh. But you already
Just be honest.
him. You told me.
Let's they're kind of fun and games to
That's
get into.
that's what they do.
Roofing each other. That's kind of how we roll. It's kind of fun. You can join the game too if you want.
I might. Alright, we gotta go.
Alright.
We'll see you later.
Sounds good.
Maybe not. You want my last sip? You can take it.
I'll take more roofies, sure. I like.
Bam, the Chad gets the number. All right, hopefully you guys found this video valuable. But if you want to see more Chad infield from that night, we have a lot more. We have more longer interactions. We have more cock blocks. We have rejections. We have everything. All we ask is that you guys hit the like button, hit subscribe, click the bell for notification, because if this video gets to 15,000 views, I'm going to do a part 2, part 3, and part 4. We have that much footage. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.